Welcome
Back.
to TAE Time
Terrible lighting.
Podcast. Don't worry, it'll be the last time we have terrible lighting, I hope.
Probably not, but
Um,
darker days ahead.
yeah, I just need to stop recording in the evenings, let me not lie. And not even just because of the lighting, but because of my mental. Like, guys, I'm just...
No, but do you know what? It's really hard. Like, we're both very busy during the day. We literally have full-time
I
jobs.
literally just stopped working, just
The
like...
thing is, it's 5:30. I finished work at 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
It's pitch black. Like, when are we meant to... Anyway, that's my frustration.
But we're here. We are here.
Showing up for y'all.
Because I was really like, oh man, do I really need to give you guys this episode? Because I was like, we have to pre-record it because I told you guys we're gone. But we're doing it. We are doing it for the 5 people listening. So
doing it for you. Hope
Yeah,
you guys
we're
enjoyed the last episode. We won't keep you guys waiting. We'll jump straight into this one as well.
indeed.
And what I have called it, is soft life, hard truths.
Soft life, hard truths.
What do you think we're about to talk today? It's very obvious from the title, but
As in people who have soft lives and having to give them the hard truth.
right. So let's delve into what is soft life.
Soft life is having an easy life. Being taken care of or having all the money to be pampered and taking care of yourself. It's living life on easy mode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want a soft life.
you know,
Everybody
like-
wants a soft life. I want
Yeah.
a soft life too.
It's very
Pampered.
yeah, it's very like prioritized and very like brought to the forefront in today's day and age. This whole like soft life, taking it easy.
Sorry, but do you know what people say soft life? I've never
think
heard that
so.
term out of their mouths.
Which is very interesting.
They are the ones that have soft lives, but
because
I've never heard it from their mouths.
It's another way. It's another term to package privilege and having money, right?
Soft life.
Soft life, and that is actually one of the questions that we have here. Like, does soft life shame those who can't afford to slow down?
It depends on the way it's done, I really think. I really think it really depends on the way it's done. I take, for example, if you are just showing your soft life and people are indulging, all power to you. But if you're like, being like, why don't you have a soft life? What are you doing? You're not working hard. And you're not working smart enough or well enough to get to this position. It's like,
But
excuse me.
Generally, it's not like that, right? Generally, the people online portraying this lifestyle, they don't really be like, why aren't you like me? They just show off their own lives.
Yeah.
And that gives room for someone to compare to them.
But that's your personal, that's your own personal problem. Why are you comparing? It's the internet. The internet, a lot of people are going to live either really good lives and they actually live there, or a lot of people will live really good lives and they show the best.
People should feel like it's normal for people to feel like they also deserve that?
Yeah, you can feel like, well, I hate the word deserve because what makes you think you deserve something?
Like, if I'm working very hard day and night and I'm seeing someone online living a very easy like life.
Welcome to capitalism.
Yeah, but it's okay for me to feel like I also deserve that life,
You don't deserve it, you want it. There's a difference.
But I deserve it for my hard work.
No.
Why do I not deserve it?
Because it's not, unfortunately, life isn't input output. That's not how it works. It's not like input output.
But that's unfair. That's what it should be.
But
like, if I'm
you can say it's unfair, but it doesn't mean you deserve it.
I think everyone who works really hard deserves it.
But it's not possible to have both work hard and also have a soft life. Those two are not mutually exclusive.
That's interesting. Because that is a question here. And it's the
Look,
question
I'm just feeding into the next one.
The question is, can you balance soft life with career growth, or must you suffer?
Do you want to know the honest truth?
The honest
truth is you need to suffer in the very early stages of your youth and career so that you can still enjoy soft life in the early stage of your youth. So if you give up the first, let's say, 2, 3, 4 years, 5 years of your 20s, like we're talking, let's say you start working. I'm using myself an example. But I'm still not living soft life. Let's say you give up 20 to 24, work hard, grind hard, boom, 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 get much money, right? You can imitate soft life in the sense of like you can go on nice holidays and then you're like, soft life for a week, soft life for 2 weeks, but
Right.
that's all. Then you have to go back to your grind and hustle.
But then how about
Unless you become an
like
entrepreneur and
the
then
thing
you
is
become
like
rich or stuff.
today what we're seeing is like people showcasing their lives online doing that. But also we're seeing your regular person who's working 9 to 5 showcase soft life.
But you're showcasing soft season, soft time, soft week, soft PTO. You're not
Like
showcasing
the
you're not
PTO.
showcasing soft life. You're showcasing a soft session. A soft session.
Okay.
That's not soft life. Soft life is all the time. Soft session is seasonal, timely. It is when you have your little holiday after saving up all this money so you can splurge. That's soft session. You cannot have soft life unless you're living a whole life of
But
softness.
I'm gonna say I disagree a little bit because in that perspective, the only people who are living truly living soft life, if those who sit down and do nothing, right? But you
No, not
have
do nothing. It means that soft life doesn't mean you're not doing anything. It means that life is on easy mode, as in you're taking business class, you're relaxing when you want to. You control, I see it as you controlling your own time, right? You are a master of your own time. That is truly soft life. You being a master of your own time, softest of
but
soft
then
life.
this is not how soft life is packaged and presented to us.
Well, technically it is. Like think about all the people you see doing soft life, whatever. They're all rich, doing whatever they want with their time.
I'm seeing, let me be real. What I'm seeing online is people who can't really afford it. And like you said, not
Soft
necessarily soft
session.
life, but soft session. I'm seeing a lot of a lot of it portrayed in that way. Like, dinner at 5 star, hotel, not hotel, restaurant, sorry. Stay at a 5 star hotel, holiday, bougie, bougie,
Yeah, and
bougie
it hurts the bank account.
activities. It does hurt the bank account, but that's how it's done. So, because the question is interesting, like, can you balance soft life with career growth, or must you suffer? Because the thing is, the people who are trying to balance it,
They're not balancing.
they're not balancing, because those balances at the end are not balancing.
Like unless you're someone who has very like high income, you're a high earner, and then you can go on a holiday like 10K holiday, and it doesn't phase you. You're like back to work. I'll make that money in no time. Then maybe yeah, you're part of the crew.
Okay.
Like if you're making 10K a month from your job, like that's a month's pay essentially that you spent on a holiday.
Yeah.
You just have to work another month. You get that money back, recoup it. You
But what
know,
would you say what would you say the lowest income is to be able to live a soft life?
in this economy, in this economy,
In
like
this
to not be in debt, like not have credit card debt, to have actual good savings behind you, even if you go on holidays and like not having to like essentially the point that I'm saying is like you go on holiday and you don't have to clear your entire savings.
Okay.
Like you still have money. You don't have to touch your savings. You can just like you can put money to the side specifically for the holiday. It depends on the time frame as well. No, as well, because like let's say like if you work for 5 years and then you go save money in the bank. Let's say you have like 20K in the bank or something, and then you put another 10K to the side for a bougie holiday. You have soft session for a bougie holiday, and you don't clear the bank. That's still soft session, but obviously it took you 5 years to do that versus someone who maybe can do it in like a few months or a year.
Right.
So it really depends, honestly.
I think maybe we need to start looking at soft life through like I was saying through the lens of how it's shown to us. I think you're jumping into like the realistic what soft life is, but it's not what people are referring to, you know?
Yeah, well, clearly people are having a soft life on freaking 30K, 40K a year.
That's what I mean. But
Like,
so do you think for you like it's not possible to balance soft life with career growth? I think you think that you should suffer, strive to make it up.
yeah, I think you can do both after you've already built your base. I think you really need to build your base first because it's really hard to build a base and also have a lot of enjoyment. I truly do believe it's really hard to build a good base. When I say good base, I mean like a big base, a hefty base to fall back on, and also have a bunch of enjoyment. It takes longer because you have to like tick away. Whereas if you just focus in for 3, 4, or 5 years, you build it, it's done, and then you can start mixing and matching.
Interesting.
You know, that personally, that's what I did. Like I was just like, okay, build my base and then try have a little bit more fun with my money. It took me 3 years of working before I went on a holiday with you. When I went to Disneyland Paris.
Well, you took me on a holiday.
Yeah.
We went on a holiday before.
No,
Ourselves.
I meant like I took you on a holiday.
Yes, you
Yeah,
took me
yeah,
on a
yeah.
holiday. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I don't think it was 3 years. What am I saying? That's crazy.
It was a lot more.
No, it was less. It was less of working. It was like a year and a
Oh,
half
of
or two.
working,
Yeah. It was a year and a half or two. Yeah, it was like I started. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm going off top. I started September. I went to September, and then we did it in the summer. So it was a year and a half, and that was even a small holiday, not like a massive one.
No, I think it was a pretty big holiday.
But you get what I mean. It wasn't like some people who go on crazy holidays.
But this, it's all about perspective.
Yeah, it
isn't
is all about perspective. Because I really enjoyed Disneyland Paris.
Like to, to us, say when we were children, going to like Disneyland Paris, a family would.
Oh, like to me it was a big holiday.
Like-
But I mean like in comparison to like the big bolas.
No, but so this is what I was trying to say. Like to say to our perspective when we were little, and how we would see someone going to Disneyland like with their families.
Yeah.
That's like the biggest holiday you could possibly go on.
Yeah.
Like what do you want to do when you're a kid anyway? So I think
I want to go to Miami with the ballers, popping bottles at the table.
yeah. Yeah, Mom, I saw Kai Cenat. I wonder if kids in today's day and age are
Tweaking about like Miami and stuff.
yeah.
Not kids, but like teenagers, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit young. Do you think that this kind of like soft life that we're seeing is encouraging laziness?
No. Quite the opposite because it's like you're like, oh, I just want to be a baller, not an engineer. Like, that's given, you want to, like, because we know, like, to have that life, you have to make a certain amount of money, right? Or you have to have a certain amount of money or assets or whatever. So, it's not like handed in a plate of gold, So, you have to work hard. So, I don't think it gives you laziness. I don't think you can correlate the soft life promoting laziness. I think it actually promotes the opposite because you see them having a nice easy life and you're like, I want a nice easy life, and so you're like, what do I have to do to get a nice easy life? I have to work hard. I have to do this. I have to work smart, not work harder. So work smarter, because don't let the capitalistic machine fool you. You can work as hard as you want and they'll still keep you down. But yeah, you have to work smarter somehow.
Most people don't think like this.
You don't think so?
No.
You think they see it
I
and they're like, oh, I want to go and chill at home now and do nothing.
I think no. I think most people I think a lot of people like use their resources to live the soft moments in order to get a taste of the soft life. I think a lot like I don't think everybody is motivated by the people on top. I think like it's really hard to grasp how much money someone like has up there. So to you, it's like, oh, if I just made a little bit more, I could go on an extra holiday or I could go to an extra thing. And I think people strive for the next thing versus the actual life, like a whole sequence.
Interesting. I didn't think about that. I don't know. The way I see life is I see someone work hard. I see them have more than me. And I'm like,
We're not like that.
I'm trying to be like you. I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah, a lot
I'm
of
just trying to be
people are
like
not
you.
like that.
So
And I would argue that a lot of people give into a lot of the soft life aesthetics. I know we talked about it in last week's episode a lot of about you know doing what is it, the over
yeah,
curated
over
kind of
curating, like whatever, whatever.
life, and
Because that
living
gives
life on
soft
ease,
life.
you know.
You ate on that one. You ate on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
you ate on that one. Damn. Yeah, no, that's crazy. I think she's right, kiddos. I do think she is right.
I think yeah, so because here part of the question of does it encourage laziness is like, oh, who will do the hard jobs if everyone has adapted a soft life, you know? Because if soft life is truly where you just like do whatever, lay down, whatever, then you don't have the people that are working hard to make things work. So,
Oh, that's good for me because then my medium effort will look amazing. Can we actually have that, please? Can everyone in
can
engineering
everybody
start doing?
adopt a
Can they
soft
stop
life?
adopt soft life so I look better? Oh, I'd love that for me because I don't like working. In this life, I don't like working. I like money. I love money, but I don't like the working aspect of it.
Yeah, I think there is a world in which if everybody adopted soft life, we would struggle, like for sure, because it is promoting a bit of promoting laziness, to be honest, because it's promoting the product, not how to get to the product. It's like, well, you can have soft life if you buy this $700 candle.
Aesop,
Yeah.
is that you?
And we're seeing the average consumer spend crazy money on random shit, perfumes,
Getting marketed to.
candles, getting marketed to, but it's that soft life
But I don't think
promotion.
that's soft life. I think that's just like wanting to look like a status level that you're not at. You get me?
But isn't that what part it's part of soft
I don't know if
life?
it's part of soft life. I think that's more about like human perception and always wanting to be like perceived as luxurious or seen as part of a certain group or in crowd or
Yeah.
whatever.
I
I
think that
think
that obviously could be a conversation all on its own, but I think it definitely is part of this
yeah, it
soft life
definitely falls
aesthetic.
into it into that aesthetic, but at the same time, I think that has a lot to do with people's thing. But yeah, I fully agree with you. It is part of the aesthetic. It's a little bit of like it kind of comes in hand in hand. It's a subclass. Like soft life is a subclass of that shit. I think when it comes to like soft life and the way people perceive it, I think even from what you're saying, I think it's definitely a situation of like people are just they want happiness
Yeah.
and they want to be perceived well by their peers. And soft life gives you that feeling or that perception. So instead of having to wait like X amount of years to maybe hit the jackpot of like a good job or like entrepreneur business or something, it's a lot easier to just like save, take your hard earned cash and just use it to have that feeling for X amount of
That's a good
time.
way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. Like buying a certain thing to make you feel a certain way. Like I think that was kind of like the route that I was going with this as well. But that's a good way to put it. Like you're buying something for a hopeful feeling out of it. And like I said, if you're buying the $700 candle, it's making you feel a certain way whenever you turn it on.
Yeah, it's more so about the feeling you get.
Yeah.
It's a dopamine. It's a dopamine
Yeah,
rush
it is.
that makes you feel better.
People need to wake up.
Yeah. If you're listening, we just looked at the camera
Wake
because
up,
sometimes I'd be forgetting that
people.
people just be listening to this audio too
Yeah, I do think that
because it's not video
the
podcast.
people listening to us are probably not part of the demographic. But hey, if we make clips out of this, Instagram might eat it up. So
Oh,
um
clips.
that would work. Do you think that soft life is Instagram bait or is there substance behind the aesthetic?
I feel like it's only Instagram bait. Like, how could there be substance? Like, it's not like a movement. You know,
I
it's
think it's
just people showing their luxurious lifestyle, like
Yeah.
no one asked for it.
But I think the substance behind the aesthetic is like
Like there are people
you were talking about the feeling that you experience, because it's not like just for the
that's not substance
picture.
though.
Was that not what substance is?
No, as in like that. There's no real substance there. Like you just getting the feeling. It's not substance. It's just airy fairy. Like what? Like substance is like tangible. Like
I don't think
as in like
so.
something. Like there's actual like a concrete thing behind it. Whether it's like you live this life because that's how you live it, or is like you do it because I would.
I think we give things substance.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I just think life is very like artificial. I think it's very artificial. I think it's very like for
The look.
the it's all perception. Like like even if you're posting, even if you're not posting online, you're telling your friends, you're telling people that, oh, I went to Bora Bora for a week, but now your bank account's in negative 5,000, like, or something. It's not substance. It's you literally wanting to have perception of from your peers of an approval. There's no
But
substance
not
there.
necessarily. You like that could be your dream. Like you could have a dream destination.
Yeah, but
And
that
you
I don't think
fulfill
I
that
don't
for
I don't think that's
yourself.
soft life though. I think that's different. I think
But I don't think what you were talking about was soft life either.
no, as in like you trying to be like, oh, I wanted to do this and I did this or I bought this and then you're telling people. I think
So
like
you think soft life is only if you disclose it?
um no. I think you don't have to disclose it, but I'm saying if you're disclosing it, it's just an Instagram thing. Whereas if you're living that life, like once again, my point still stands. Like if you're living that life because you have the money, like that's soft life.
But
But
if
if you
I
don't have the money and then you're going to go do that, that's not soft life. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not. And that's where it stands. As in
Yeah.
like, and if you, especially if you go and then tell people about it, then it's because you want perception and acknowledgement from your peers.
Yeah, but that
It's,
is definitely separate. That's a little bit separate, right? I think okay, spending your last bit of money to go something that you really want to do or an experience that you really want to have. I think there's substance behind that. Like
but that's not soft life.
it's not well, it's part of it, right? It's like
I think that's just
spending
you
your
really
money
want.
for comfort
I feel like
or
that's
like an
really you just doing
experience.
something that you really want to experience. You just really want to do. I think soft life encompasses more than just that. I think it's the image that comes with it, everything like that. I feel like
So you have to disclose it.
yeah,
So in order to have a soft life, you need to disclose
no,
it to
no, no, no.
others.
Like if you're not living that life every day, yeah, I feel like it's more of a disclosure thing. Whereas if you're living that life, you're just rich. Like let's stop calling it soft life. You're just rich. You're
Yeah.
living a good life. You
I would
know.
say, okay,
Because
I think
soft life isn't a normal thing. It's just an aesthetic. It's an aesthetic. Soft
yeah.
life is an
So then
aesthetic.
I would argue that soft life is only like to impress others.
That's what I said. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
agree. Yeah.
because we went flip flopping a little bit, saying that you don't have to disclose it, you have to disclose it. We don't really know where we're at.
Soft life, as I said from the very get go, is people do it for other people.
Okay.
Like unless you have the money and you're just living rich life, you are doing it for like other people.
So okay, soft life is it's just another internet freaking like phrase.
Yeah.
It's just wrapped up in a bow. Like, oh, your privilege. Some people have privilege, some people
Or you have a
don't.
lot of money because you might not be privileged and have a lot of money.
Do you think that soft life empowers people to prioritize mental health, or does it distract from bigger systemic problems like capitalism?
Um, Capitalism will always be a problem. I don't think it distracts from it. I think it just aids it, if anything. I think it aids capitalism.
But it's distracting from the problem, right? Like
I
you're
don't think there's
not.
a bigger banner for capitalism than rich people showing how rich they are.
But that's taken away from focusing on it.
No, because it's literally in your face that, damn, look at what capitalism can do, and then it's your decision to take it as like, damn, why should people be able to do that? Or damn, I want to partake in capitalism.
But do you think, because this is more focused on the mental health, right? because soft life could also mean not having to stress about work, not stressing about work, like
because of money.
focusing on mental health and
Like,
taking care of the
yeah, no, I
self.
know, and let me tell you here, kids, if you want to take care of yourself, there's only two ways to do so. Either you have to not put money and capitalism at the center point of your lifestyle, and you are truly happy with whatever you have and whatever means you are in, which is very rare for a lot of people. Or two, have enough money that you are mentally taking care of yourself and then enjoying yourself and doing whatever. Like there's no, and that's what I'm saying. Like as in, like it's a banner. It's in the sense of like I feel like it is on to the person who is interpreting it based to take it based off what their center is. Like someone like me, I see it and I'm like, damn, the capitalism machine strikes again. Damn, I'm trying to be part of that, you know? But there's some people who see it and be like, oh my God, like I want that life and disregarding capitalism, but that's because they center money and they're not motivated. Then you have someone who would see that and be like, damn, capitalism sucks, that's stupid. And that's because they generally don't put money at the center of their core. I think it all depends on what the core is and how you perceive it.
But if the core is mental health,
But
like, do you think soft life helps people focus on mental health?
I don't think it matters. I don't think he even thinks about that. No, I said no. I don't think it helps people focus on mental health. I think yeah.
I think in a way it does because I think there's other things that fall under soft life, like stress, yeah, like no stress from work, but also not allowing like negative energy from others and
Because
living
you have the means.
well.
It's all
You can do
revolves
that
about the
without
means.
money. You
And
cannot let someone impact you
yes, but
like
with soft life, we're talking.
negatively.
It's in relation to money, like right. It's you're
But not
affording
necessarily
the
money,
ability to
right?
do things. You're affording the ability to do things, and like even if you take things of
Is
like mental
do you
health.
think soft life can be a mindset?
No, I think that's just you're just free from capitalism. I think that's different from soft life. I think
Okay.
soft life it has to do with money. It has to do with money,
Interesting.
and I feel like you can not enjoy soft life like the mental happiness without the money. Like for example, take meditation, take Pilates. These shit ain't free,
Well, I can
right?
meditate on my floor.
Yes, but when you see it, it's not a girl inside or like a woman inside of her house meditating on her floor. It's a woman going to some luxurious thing or maybe doing whatever or like some spa or something, right? There's always more to
Okay,
it.
okay,
It's
okay.
there's additional because of
Okay.
the money aspect, right? And even if she's just doing it at home, her living room is the size of a freaking like museum and then she's there in the center, be like whatever. Like, it's not just like a regular person sitting on their couch meditating. There's an extravagance to it. And
Okay.
that's why I said it's not possible for you to promote mental health in that situation because the focus isn't mental health.
There's
The mental
never
health,
mental
yeah, the
health.
mental health is a side effect of having money.
Yeah. That's also a good way to look at it, guys. Wake up, people. Capitalism is knocking on our doors.
Either you try to work with it or you disregard it.
Yeah. So then I'd say we're on the same page here where it distracts from bigger systemic problems. Like it's a distraction from um like you said, like instead of you focusing on I need to work on my mental health, let me meditate in my kitchen, it's focusing on let me spend money to
Go
fix
do
my
X
mental
Y Z.
health,
Yeah, I
you know.
guess. Yeah, that's the
Like
thing.
not including therapists or whatever, that's
Yeah,
different.
no, yeah,
But
yeah.
it's, okay. And this is the last one that I have. How do you compromise in a relationship? Like if I want soft life and you don't.
Have enough money. Literally nothing else. You cannot compromise that in a relationship. I think if a woman wants soft life and she wants to be provided for, then you're not the person if you don't have the money. If she wants soft life and she can provide for herself and she doesn't care about what you do, then your relationship can work out. You have to either be able to afford it or not. I don't think it like as they always say in relationships, intimacy and money are the biggest two things. You can't avoid it. So
Two
soft life is,
factor authentication. Sorry.
huh?
Two factor authentication.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you don't have enough money for soft life, or they're not willing to do soft life with their own money, there's gonna be a there's gonna be a collision there, a friction.
Yeah, I think this is also like it's a lot of things in today's day and age, like, oh, I expect him to pay for things, da 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 da. It's just that. We're called soft life. And it's really pissing me off how we keep repackaging the same things. The same things. Like
No, that's just
Winter
what
Arc
humans
as
do, isn't
well.
it?
Winter Arc is now a repackaged thing again. We were talking about this the last day. And it's just like a lot of like repackaging, and reusing. Why can't we
Reduce,
just
reuse, recycle.
yeah, why can't we do that with actual things like
Reduce,
that are
reuse.
meant to be reduced, reused, recycle?
No, reduce, reuse, recycle ideas.
It's actually pissing me off. But I feel like I'm starting to wake up a little bit more, because I feel like I was asleep for a little bit, you know? Like, man, let me tell you something. There's this stupid perfume, right? This really stupid perfume. Very expensive. Like this whole perfume craze, fad, whatever you want to call it. It's huge in today's day and age, right? For some reason, that's just the next big thing. What else can get money? Perfume. They want to smell good, you
Perfume.
know? Let's spend money on smelling good, whatever.
They spend
Just
so
have
much
a
money on
shower,
50
like, just
ml.
have a shower, use some deodorant, you'll be grand.
It's funny coming from you, but okay.
Me,
There's so much perfume.
I don't have that much. I actually don't have that much.
You have a lot in comparison to like a normal person like me.
No. Well, okay, you don't have a lot.
I have two.
I think I have a standard amount.
I don't
Like
think
my
it's a
mom
standard
has
amount.
more than me.
I need a VR
VR
check
check.
on that.
Yeah. I do think I have like a couple, and that was part of the problem of me giving into what I was being shown, right? And like I was saying, there's this one perfume that's been kind of like thrown around, and I'm like, oh, I need to have that, right? And I'm glad I waited because I was like, do you know what? First of all, I hate blind buying things, especially fragrance. Like that stuff's very expensive. So I was like, I'll wait till I go in person and smell it before I buy it. So now I'm walking around Westfield, and I'm now smelling this perfume on people as they're walking by, and I know for sure it's that. And it has like a very rosy smell.
Oh,
And every time I'm like, I hate it. Sorry, guys. Every time I'm like, I hate it. I hate the smell. And then I was like, what's wrong with me? Like, why do I want it then? You know? I
but
was like,
you
what?
said you wanted to smell it first, and now you smelled it.
Yeah, no, I did, but I wanted it so bad that I was willing to like definitely want to go buy it.
But I think
And
you wouldn't have
I
bought
would-
it if you smelled it.
I think I would have.
That's stupid as
Do you
fuck.
get me?
Soft life.
I think I would have.
That's just
because-
capitalism machine.
Yeah, it is.
You got marketed
And the
too.
thing is, like, I'm saying from this perspective of your average consumer who is buying it, and I understand the rush and feel. Actually, fun fact: I follow this subreddit called Shopping Addiction, and it's very interesting. People like share a lot of stories in there. A lot of debt. People are in a lot of debt for things, and I wouldn't say I'm that bad, but I find it fascinating how easily we can be manipulated to think certain things, and I think
I
obviously
find it fascinating too that people are
obviously
so
because
easily deceived.
I have a master's in marketing as well, and that's always really interesting to me. Like, you know how you can, and I have a bachelor's in psychology, so you know she's an educated kid.
Yeah, she really flexed
But-
her muscles there. I'll have you know, I ain't got no masters.
Yeah, but I don't
Hey,
think
you see
you're
what I
not
did
someone
there?
susceptible, and it tends to be women anyway that are buying
70% of the purchasing power for a reason.
exactly for a reason. But where I was going with the story was I can see somebody give into that rush of buying the perfume only to not use it. You know, I give into the rush
Marketing.
of a perfume that I don't like and I now have, and I'm like, huh? Like it's just like silly. It's so silly.
I don't ever understand getting marketed to. Let me not lie. I guess like when I see
You need to sell a course.
someone calls on how to not get marketed to, I think it's just how my brain works. I just see it, and then I just go, "Oh, this person's trying to sell me something." And the instant like I know someone's trying to sell me something, it actually puts me off the thing. So that means they actually have to prove to me why I would need something. And even at that, they can't market it to me. It's only if like maybe I see like lots. Oh man, I need lots of peer reviews. Like I'm not one that like can like, you know, like people are like, oh, if this influencer likes it, then I like it too. No, I need like, look at this. I think a great example is I love and respect MKBHD Marquez. I think he's a really great reviewer. I still could not go straight bar for anything he gives me. I always still go like if there's a piece of tech I want, I look at so many reviews, so much so that more time it puts me off buying it, and then I have to like really then sit with myself and decide. I cannot get marketed to. I just do not like the moment I feel like I'm getting pushed something, I just don't want it.
Do you know what though? It's interesting because I feel like that is it's part of your personality to have this kind of like adverse reaction to things. And you're like that in a lot of ways, even in our relationship. But it works really well in terms of marketing because you don't you don't let anything get to you.
Get away from
But
me.
then if I see, I don't know, like something I want to try, and you're like, Nicoletta, you're being marketed to, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
Like, no, but
you're being marketed
I
to.
want to go.
Pretty much every single day, you're just exposed with thousands of ads. It's like, what's this? Like, you see like something 1,000 ads a day. Like, it's crazy.
Buy this to feel better. Buy that to feel better. Black Friday, Brown Friday, Cyber Monday. Buy. Ooh, and I saw this TikTok that actually showed that Amazon inflates their prices before a sale.
Yes, and then they cut it down.
And then they
yeah.
cut it down to the price that it was.
Not just Amazon, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That is true. That is everywhere. Unless obviously you keeping an eye on something and you're like, okay, it's actually on
That's why
sale.
there's the pretty good extension. I'm not going to say the name of it because I'm not promoting anyone. There's a pretty good extension on, I think it's like on most web browsers that you can actually see the price history of like a product. So you
I
can see
heard of
like
that
when
too,
it was
yeah.
increased and then it reduced. Like you can see so many times that right before Black Friday, there was increase and then reduced. Like,
It's literally BS.
yeah, it's getting marketed to.
Wake up, people. And you know what? While I'm at it, start checking your labels. Are you buying 100% polyester? And why are you buying 100% polyester? Especially if you're over the age of 25,
Whatever that means.
specifically. It means
I know what it means.
really cheap materials.
Yeah.
And it's really, literally so triggering to walk around like places like Selfridges or Harrods.
It's just cheaper.
And you're
They always do
checking
it.
you're checking the label and it's now saying 95% polyester and you're paying 2K.
Marketed to. It's brand marketing.
It's actually so sad.
It's marketing.
It's so sad. You like clothes though?
Yeah, but
You like clothes?
I like clothes that feel good on my body. I don't really give a shit about the composition. As long as I touch it and I'm like, this is strong.
Yeah, you have a mix of bag of stuff.
Yeah,
You have some good quality and some really trash quality.
I touch it and I'm like, I like this quality very good, and then I'll
They're
buy
not
it.
always very good.
Did I say everything? I said I like. I
No,
like.
I know, but I'm just saying like
Like in my brain, like I don't give a
Just
shit
wake
about the
up, people.
composition. Yeah, we completely went off topic, to be honest. Let me
no,
not
I think it was a natural flow of the conversation because there's nothing else for the pod. Like,
Yeah, that's fair. That's
just-
fair. That's fair, guys. Sorry for my lack of motivation. I am
too.
tired. I have somewhere to go tomorrow morning, and I still have work to do after this. So I will be better next week. I promise you guys. So till next time.
Till next time.
Boys.